Here we are, part 2. I might as well make this a whole series of me recording and journaling my thoughts. So, here we are, part 2, a series where I will now be journaling my thoughts, and I guess by journaling, I'm more like expressing how I feel throughout the day. I'm sure I made one like this yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Because the day before was my birthday. Wait, hold on. No, sorry. I'm sorry. I first made this series on the day before my birthday. It is now the 15th, if I am aware. Sorry. It is now the 15th, if I'm correct. Well, at least as this is being recorded. I am now 16. I frankly don't feel any different, but that's what we're doing. Part 2 of another journaling series. I'm not sure how much I can commit to this, but so far we're doing well. Before I forget, I might as well get the main parts out of my chest so I can actually call this a journaling series instead of just me rambling on about random stuff. That could be a different series. Anything fun has been losing its touch, I guess. I've been having a bit less fun with things, getting bored more easily, and just overall being a bit less happy than usual. Even new games that I've been wanting to play, I've only played for maybe a couple hours or even less. Which is funny because I've hyped up wanting to play like games like that for so long, and now I'm not doing it. I'm not sure if these could be potentially signs of depression, or it could just be all the conditions I have, all those problems, like, well, I don't think I need to get those said here. Especially not after the fact that I will be posting this publicly. Which, again, probably isn't a good idea for my mental health, or just for any of this information. But I'm just a kid. I'll learn what's good to do, what's bad to do, what's a good idea, bad idea, so on and so forth. I'll learn. So, as I stated, I've been having less enjoyment with things. I have been a bit more tired lately, which can be from two things, or maybe both. For one, I have been constantly waking up a bit early than usual. I think I had woken up at 4 to 5 back to back. Today, last night I slept at 12 and woke up at roughly about 12 today. And by that, in case you're confused, I mean from AM to PM. That should be about 12 hours of sleep, correct? Anyways. These sporadic, well, whatever, I don't know what that word means, and I just sent it out. These random and consistent mood changes have been increasing. Though I wouldn't say they're inconsistent. Although some days they'll happen more than others. But I've noticed a connection. Or, well, I'm sure not a connection to what could be causing them. I've just noticed something. These have been happening lately at least once a day. Sorry for the voice cracks. I'm, not good with my voice right now. That definitely sounds weird. So, 2 things that I've listed so far. I've been having less enjoyment with things, and less enjoyment with things, and difficulties with keeping my mood stabilized. These constant mood changes, like I said, they're quite frequent. Some days more than others. But I don't need to repeat myself, do I? As you can always just go back in the recording and look and listen yourself. You'd expect a birthday boy or girl, just someone with during their birthday, to be quite happy and excited. Me, it just felt like a normal day, only a bit more eventful. My birthday didn't really feel like a birthday, it just felt like I was going out to eat, and that was it. Along with getting gifts from here and there. Clothing, Dark Souls 3, enough money to get the final shape for Destiny 2. Which, I will admit, both games, well, one's an expansion, one's a game. I haven't gotten into the DLC of Dark Souls 3 yet, as I've only played 3 hours and still kind of stuck on the first area. It happens. I've been progressing a lot more in Final Shape than I have of Dark Souls 3. I'll admit, they're both really good. I'm sure Dark Souls 3, yeah, no-brainer, but Final Shape could be a bit mixed. I haven't finished the expansion yet, but so far it seems promising. With a little bit of moments from here and there, it could be better. But I'm sure you didn't want to watch this video to hear me talk about what I got for Christmas. Or not Christmas. My brain's not working today. I'm sure you didn't come to watch this video to hear me talk about what I got for my birthday. After all, this is just a video to journal my thoughts and just talk about things. Doesn't have to be particularly negative or positive. Sometimes it could be a mix of both. It could be just neutral feelings. It happens. Because, going to a therapist isn't always about talking about all the bad stuff. You could talk about other things, like what you're looking forward to, how you're feeling, whether it's in a positive or negative way. How the year's been, what happened 2 days ago, or what happened here and there in between the sessions you have with your therapist. I'll be having my next session on the 18th. I'm not sure if I need to disclose any of that information, but I'll see if I can reach out to her and maybe, well, I'm sure it would be weird, tell her that about my YouTube channel, which I've basically only now been using for journaling. If that's the case, though, I might need to private a bit more videos. I've had a whole list of videos that I've had to private or delete simply because I just don't think it belongs here. I'm basically lost. I'm not sure if I'm just feeling depressed, without the tears, or if I'm just growing older and things are getting tiresome. Did I ever mention anything about how I feel when it comes to topics of self-harm or, worse than self-harm? The escalated version, I don't want to say, since you know how YouTube is. Maybe I shouldn't get into details about that. But I can say the quote that I have always had stuck with me, that I have said to numerous people, considering it. You've gone this far in life just to put it to an end and cut it short. If you ever feel like that, prevail. Choose to see it through. There's no real reason to yourself when you still have a lot of things ahead of you. I'm sure life is bad, or life certainly isn't in a good place, where things could be better, or it's the worst thing you could imagine. Life can get better. You can be better. You can improve. Life can get better. You can be happy. But happiness needs to be fought for. Nothing is a miracle when it comes to feeling better in moments like these. Sometimes all it takes is some effort or some help. I stand by that every day, regardless if I'm feeling that way or not. I stick with the quote. I stick with that whole saying, where you've gone so far, why stop now? You've already committed to life. You don't need to cut it short. Choose to see it through. Things will improve. It just takes time and effort. But you don't have to do it alone. You can strive to be better with friends or with company. I don't know why I'm turning this into this video, or this episode, I guess, if this becomes a series. Just went from me talking about things, like random things, how I was feeling, how I feel my state is in, to encouragement. It's weird. 16-year-old saying all this stuff. Well, someone who just turned 16 maybe a couple days ago. But who's to judge? People will see what they want to see. And if that means that they don't watch this, I honestly could care less. I'm just hoping that this series goes to the right people. That people who see it can understand. I'm using this as a way to cope with my problems and, frankly, to just feel nice and feel like I'm doing something. On the day of my therapy, I'll see if I can try and reach out to her so she can view these whenever. Maybe I should do that sooner than I thought, as obviously we can't watch those mid-session, especially with how long these videos have been. The last one was like, what, 22 minutes? This one may be bound to be shorter or longer, or maybe around the same. I might cut this short since, frankly, I'm not sure what to talk about anymore. I think I've gotten everything I can out of my system. The rest I may have forgotten. So, I'll see you on the flip side. Even if that means that there's a possibility that you just won't be able to view this content anymore. You might just see in your recommendations and or your homepage of YouTube and just never saw it again. That's fine. Know that I care. Even if you either don't believe that or don't know me, or even if it's just, even if this is the first video you've watched off my channel, that's fine. If people can hate randomly, then I can love. If people can hate freely, then I can love freely. Not everything in this world has to be negative. But I'm gonna go since I deserve some food. And I'll see you later. Stay positive. I love you.